Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of the MWOTutorials. Today I'll show you something that you might have already done, but if you haven't, well, it's good thing you're here. If you have, well, I hope I still have something new to show you. It's going to be your very first drop. What do you think about when you do that first drop in MWO? Once you've seen that, this game, it looks good, I want to try this. What does the game look like? What's the very first thing that happens? That's what I'm here to show you today. My name is Lealdrin, and this is my MWOTutorials. So, when you start the game, you don't have any mechs available, of course, not your own. However, PGI supplies you with 4 mechs. It's the trial mechs. So you have 1 light, 1 medium, 1 heavy, and 1 assault. The 4 classes of the mech of the game. So, if we go into the mech lab here, we can check them out a bit closer. We have the Spider, which is quite a fast mech with 137 kph. Very low armor though, 210. This thing can get limbs blasted off by a single well-placed AC-20 shot. That's a very big gun. Not that much firepower we have here. It has 1 ER large laser, that's an extended range large laser, and 4 machine guns. So with this mech, you never really want to stand still. With the ER's large laser, you could hang back, get a few good shots in on the enemy mechs, and then once they're out of armor, try to run in and just get shots off with the machine guns. The machine guns will do nothing in against armor. They just don't do any damage. But against unarmored opponents, they can do some crits and things like that. So you don't want to use them on armored opponents. Soften up the large laser, just run around, harass them. Then we have the Centurion. A lot slower, of course, being a medium mech. It has quite good armor. We have 3 SRM4s with Artemis. That's actually quite a lot of firepower. And 2 medium pulse lasers. So the main damage is going to come from the missiles, but the pulse lasers are going to do some damage as well. Then we have, it actually has double heat sinks as well. Yeah, so with this mech, you want to run in, you want to brawl. These are both quite short range weapons, so you want to be in the thick of fighting. You don't want to get any attention drawn to you. Try to keep the attention on the larger mechs. Just pound the enemy. Try to hit them where they're exposed, things like that. Then we have this Dragon. 2 large lasers and 1 Gauss rifle. That calls for one thing. This is a sniper mech. The large lasers can do quite good damage in close as well, but the Gauss rifle is definitely meant for snipering. The mechanics of the Gauss rifle is actually quite interesting. I'll do a separate video just to cover the Gauss rifle because it's so special. But basically, you power it up and then you fire. So then we have, this of course is the heavy mech. So 81 speed, that's about as fast as Centurion. These two are actually quite similar in speed and armament. Of course, this being a 60-ton mech, this being a 50-ton mech, so it's not that much of a difference. But the Dragon does have quite a lot more armor and actually a bit less firepower, interestingly enough. Then we'll go on to the assault mech, the Atlas. 100 tons of goodness. 52 kph, you won't be going anywhere fast. You will be the slowest thing on the battlefield, but you make up for that with a whopping 608 tons of armor. It will take a long time to get through that. To complement this, we have a Gauss rifle, again a long-range weapon. We have 2 long-range missile pods with 15 in each, plus Artemis, so they will actually hit and do quite a lot of damage. So if you hang back, you do a lot of damage while walking up to the enemy, just walking up to the enemy. The rest of your team will get there, that you'll see them. You can target them with the LRMs. When shooting LRMs, it's very important to note that you press R. When you see an enemy red triangle, press R to target them. And then with that, once you've targeted them and highlight them with your targeting reticule, you'll see it locking on. And once it's locked on, then you can fire the missiles. Before that, it won't do any good. You'll just hit nothing. It also has an anti-missile system, so if anybody tries to shoot you down with missiles like this, you'll shoot a couple of them down before it hits you. Okay, so those are the 4 trial mechs available right now. I say we go into a game so I actually can show you not my first drop, not even my 100th drop, but one of my drops, and it'll look just like this for you as well. I reset the factory defaults, so let's jump into the game. I think we'll play as the Commando here. It's the most standard loadout with a normal brawling. No, not Commando, the Centurion, sorry. And let's launch. So, searching for a game, searching for a game. We should be able to find one quite soon, actually. Ba-dam, bam, bam. Ba-dam, ba-dam, bam. And here we are going into the game. Terra Therma. This is actually quite a large map, so I'll see if we'll play through it all. Now, when you get into game, you'll notice that we have to wait for 1 minute. This is the drop preparation screen, or the pre-drop, if you will. You have to press ready, be a good MVO player, and press the ready button. Don't let them wait for you. It's horrible to just sit here and wait for someone who isn't pressing ready. It's just boring. When enough people have pressed ready and all of the players are in game, it will actually drop down to 15 seconds. Should drop down to 15 seconds. We're waiting for 2 players here. We're waiting for Dreor and Siglet. Let's see if they're gonna hurry it up or if they're gonna make us wait. I'm hoping that they won't. See there, we cut the time down from 50 seconds to, well, 16, I suppose. And soon we'll be in game. This will be a collect 750 resources game. There are 2 types of game modes. One is assault. Basically, they have a base, you have a base. You battle it out until either all the enemy mechs are dead, all your mechs are dead, or until one of you have held the enemy's base for long enough to win. The second is this game. There are 5 points on the map called Gamma, Epsilon, Theta, Kappa, and Sigma, and you are supposed to hold them. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that we're in third-person mode. Don't play this game in third-person mode. It's not built for it, it's not meant for it, it's not fun, and also you have this little camera hanging above your head making you look like an idiot. Don't play in third-person mode. To get out of this, press F4 and you'll go into the mech. There we are. Now you're inside the cockpit. It looks like it's supposed to do. You have all of the dials, all of the buttons. It looks awesome. So, first we'll go into the game options here. Press escape, then options. So you want to turn off start in third person. You want to turn off the throttle decay, and you want to turn off the arm lock. I'll actually leave those on just to show you what they do. So, now we are out on the battlefield again. So if I start walking here, if you look at my speed in the middle left, or to the, bottom left, you see I'm moving at 89.1. Now if I let go of the key, it goes down to 0. And that's very annoying when you're in the middle of a fight or something like that. It could work if you're a sniper maybe, but usually you don't want throttle decay on. So let's turn off that as well. Now instead I choose how fast I want to go and I set it there, and I can just leave it there. I don't have to press forward. It's more of a toggle state. So if we stop again, my team is not going to like me for this, but hey. We go into the options one last time. The last one is arm lock. If you check here, I have a targeting reticule in the middle, a cross and a circle. Now you see that the circle is stuck to the cross, but if I press shift, the circle actually starts moving, and that is because my arms are now free from my center torso. So my center torso is actually aiming with a cross, and my arms are aiming with the circle here, and you want that on all the time. So go in here, disable arm lock, and then it looks like this instead. I don't have to hold shift, it just moves around all the time. Now actually all of the weapons on the Centurion are bound to the torso, so all of the weapons are going to fire at where the cross is, not where the circle is. But this differs from mech to mech, so you'll have to learn your own mech and become comfortable with that one. So I say this is the very start that you need to play Mech Warrior. This is what you have to know. N, if you're on a night map, there are a couple of those. You press N to go into night vision. And if you're on a map where heat vision can be good, like the winter maps, you can press H. This will be worthless on this map though, because it's so hot. But if you press H, you turn on the heat vision. But as I said, this map is so hot overall that you just see white. Now, the mission objectives is to hold these 5 points, Gamma, Epsilon, Theta, Kappa, and Sigma. You can see Theta down there on my minimap. But if you want to see more of this, I press the B button. And with that, I get the entire battle map. I can see where all my players are, the ones that we know, and where all of the mission objectives are. So that is basically everything you need to know to play Mech Warrior Online. And I hope that you enjoyed this first guide. I will do some more small things. Weapon control groups. I just lost all of my SRMs because I was destroyed. As you can see down to the right there, left, sorry. Those are all of my mission or hit points. I can lose an arm separately from the rest. I can lose center torso. I can lose a leg. But if I lose my center torso, I die. If I lose my cockpit or the head there, I die. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and there will be more to come. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.